Greetings. My name is Bruce Tracy. I'm a professor of management at Cornell University's School of Hotel Administration. And in this module, I will address the ways in which you can effectively attract and select the best employees for your hotel operations. The first step is to identify how many and what kinds of people you need in order to meet your business objectives. So essentially, it's a supply-demand analysis of your human capital program. And there's several reasons why you do this. One is it allows you to ensure that what you do from a human capital or human resources standpoint is directly aligned with your company or property's strategic objectives. In addition, it forces you to integrate and think about the ways in which the human resource management activities are aligned with each other. And then lastly, in doing so, it allows you to mitigate or reduce some of the risks associated with business demands and the competitive challenges that we all face. There's a variety of ways that you can go about assessing supply or your HR demands. The first is through a fairly experientially based process where you can use the past experiences of leaders or certainly the experiences of those who are involved directly with your operations, a bottom-up approach. However, there's an easy way to ensure that you have a more rigorous process, and that's to infuse a little data. And this is where we get into what we call trend analysis. One simple example here is looking at a job flow approach. So in this particular case, suppose we have 40 housekeepers, and that the average turnover rate among those housekeepers is 20% annually. Furthermore, suppose that the average promotion rate is about 2.5% or one individual per year. This would mean that from a planning standpoint, your demands would require that you would need approximately 9 individuals to fill those needs on an annual basis. We can also take an even more robust approach in this effort in conducting what we call more sensitivity or inferential techniques. And in this particular example, from a retention standpoint, you can look at the costs that you are incurring as a result of attracting and selecting individuals. And then based on factors like your retention rates, you can determine whether or not spending more money in key areas may help mitigate the costs associated with retention. Now, in order to assess supply, one of the key requirements is to ensure that you've got a technology-based enabling system. In this case, a human resource management information system or a workforce management system. One of the things that these tools provide, your platforms provide you, is some ability to forecast and conduct some of those trend analyses I just mentioned. In addition, many of these systems allow you to do some very complex criteria-based scheduling. For example, looking at preferences or tenure as a basis for determining how you assign people to different shifts throughout your business periods. In addition, you can track employee life cycle from when you hire them all the way through termination to determine if they are making progress, have certain types of needs, and so forth. And then lastly, many of these tools provide a self-service component, which allows employees and managers to go in and identify directly and manage directly some of the characteristics of their employment experience to maximize their effectiveness and utility. There's 2 examples of human resource management planning tools that stem from this process. One, for example, is a pre-opening plan. In this particular case, this would allow you to then to look at not only internally how you're performing or what your needs may be, but also in light of the competitive characteristics, how many individuals you might need, where to source them, and so forth. Another tool that you can use in this effort is an ongoing planning guide. In this case, it's usually 2 or 3 years, and it gives you some insights about what types of activities are currently being used, how effective they are, and then modifications that may be required in order to meet the demands or needs that evolve over the course of your business cycle. So the bottom line here is making sure that you use a very formal approach, however, keeping in mind that business climates and competitive conditions change constantly. So this is an activity or effort that requires an ongoing analysis to address some of these evolving changes.